Welcome back, guys. I'm Theo Joe, and today I've got a list of 10 really cool and free Android apps that you'll definitely want to check out if you don't have these already. And these aren't going to be in any special order. They're all pretty cool. So let's get right into it. First up, SnapSeed. This is probably one of the best, if not the best, photo editing apps that I've come across so far. And it's actually made by Google themselves. And the reason I think it's so great is that it has all the basic photo adjustments like brightness, contrast, saturation, white balance, sharpness, and everything else you'd expect. But it also has some really cool advanced tools as well. For example, it has curves adjustment, so you can finely tune the brightness and contrast of the image. And possibly the coolest tool is the perspective tool, which warps the image in such a way that it kind of makes it look like you took the photo from a different angle. And it automatically fixes the cropped edges around it too. It's kind of a cool effect, pretty awesome. And of course, it has a ton of pre-made filters as well that you can use. So if you like taking photos and you need just a little bit more control and you like to mess with them, this is definitely something to check out. Next up, number 2 is an app called Flow by Amazon. And this app is more or less a glorified barcode scanner, but it can definitely be useful in certain situations. Basically, what you do is you point the camera at a barcode for some product and it will look up what the thing is, then show you the price on Amazon. And you can scan things back to back, one after the other, and it makes a list of the things you just scanned. And what I typically use this for is when I'm in a store looking to buy something, and if I want to know if I can get it cheaper on Amazon, like at an electronics store or something like that. A lot of times they're a little bit more expensive than what you could get it for. So instead of having to figure out which version it is and type in the right one into Amazon and find it and all that, I can just scan the barcode and instantly know how the price compares. Then I can see if the store will do a price match or if I just need to buy it right from Amazon myself. So it's pretty basic, but it has a cool interface and can be useful, I think. Number 3 is definitely a neat one, Google Opinion Rewards. This is one I've talked about before. It's pretty popular, actually. It's an app by Google where they occasionally ask you some survey questions and then give you Google Play Store credit in exchange. And the surveys are typically very short and easy. For example, you might just answer 2 multiple choice questions and then get 50 cents of credit. So it's not like you're gonna make a lot from it, but it can add up over time. I've had the app for a couple years now and earned about 50 bucks in total, and it's nice to just have some credit in your account if you come across a paid app that you want and you don't have to charge it to your credit card or something like that. It's just nice. So the surveys seem to come pretty randomly. Sometimes I've gotten multiple surveys in one day. Other times there's been weeks between surveys, but it's still good to have. Next, number 4 is Mr. Number. This is a great app for identifying and blocking potential scam or spam phone calls. And it has a bunch of different things and settings that allow you to filter phone calls from numbers that are either known scams, suspected scams, or even just all unknown hidden callers. But what's more useful, I think, is that if you get a call from a number you don't know, you can look at it and see reports about that number from other users of the app. For example, you can look up a number and see everyone reporting that it's a credit card offer, or they just didn't leave a voicemail or something like that, or maybe they called about some other scam. And if you really want to lock things down, you can just have it block any calls from numbers that aren't in your contacts at all, but that would be kind of an extreme case. I think it's worth checking out. Definitely good if you tend to get a lot of spam calls. All right, number 5, Feedly. This is a newsreader app, and it basically just gives you all the news stories and articles from any news sources you choose to be in your feed. And in addition to the app, you can also use the website as well, feedly.com. So I have a few different groups set up for different categories of news, like all the technology news in one, science in the other, that sort of thing. And it's basically a much better version of the old RSS feeds you used to see. They're still around, but this is pretty much a lot better. And the interface is nice as well. It shows you a little header image that goes along with the article, so you don't have to just read the headlines. So it's a great way to quickly get all the news you care about and want without having to check every single website individually. Moving on, number 6, Parallel Space. This is definitely one of my favorite apps just because it's so unique. This app basically allows you to clone apps on your phone and then run separate instances of them. And what this means is if you have an app that, for example, only allows you to log into one account at once, you can clone that app and have separate instances of it, one logged into one account and a second with another account, and then you can just launch each one individually. For example, you may have seen in my previous videos that I have two different Snapchat icons on my phone. One is just Snapchat and the other is Snapchat Plus, and people have asked about what that is. And the Plus one is just a cloned version through parallel space of the regular Snapchat. So one of these is my public account and another is my private account that's just shared with a few of my friends. And this way I don't have to log out to switch between them. It's just way more convenient. I just launch one or the other to use it. And to set it up, you just open the Parallel Space app, pick an app you want to clone, and then it pretty much just does it. It's not perfect though. Sometimes the cloned apps just won't work. They'll either crash or not let you log in or some other issue, but those problems typically get fixed after updates. Either way though, definitely one of the more useful apps I've come across so far. On to number 7, Google Trips. This app is a relatively new one from Google, and no surprise, it's meant to help you plan trips for places you're visiting. So what you do is you just type in what city you're gonna be in, and it will give you a list of things to do, places to eat, transportation options, and a bunch of other info you might need. And it also ties in with your Google account, so if you have any hotel reservations, it will see that in your email and automatically show you some suggestions based on that. So if you want to know where to eat, you can look up what are the top spots, the ratings of those spots, different types of food to look for, that sort of thing. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from using it in your own city if you want to find something new to do. So it's just another neat way to figure out how to spend your time. All right, now number 8, Google Keep. This one may actually already have been preloaded on your phone when you bought it, but if you're not using it, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Keep is a very powerful note-taking tool, to say the least. Of course, you can just type in text notes to write something down, but you can also add images, checkbox lists, and audio recordings to your notes. And you can set up reminder times so it will give you a notification for the note whenever you want. But probably the best thing about it is that it syncs everything to the cloud through your Google account. So you can access all your notes through any device that you're logged into, and even on the computer through keep.google.com. So say you're on your phone or your computer and you want to copy a bunch of text or something between the devices. You can just paste it into a Keep note and it will sync to everything. You don't have to email yourself anything. This is also useful if you want to type up a really long note. You can just type it out more easily on your computer keyboard, then copy it to your phone instead of having to type it out all on your phone's keyboard. And what I'd also recommend is putting a Keep widget right on your phone's home screen so you can always have all your notes and reminders visible and you'll never forget about anything. And that's pretty much just a quick rundown. There's really a ton more you can do with this app. All right, coming near the end, number 9 is Authy. You know I've talked about this one before, and you know it's one of my favorites. Authy is an excellent app for two-factor authentication codes. As I've said many times, you should be using two-factor authentication on any sites that allow it. How it usually works is on that site that supports it, you enable two-factor authentication, so anytime you want to log in from a new computer or even anytime you log in, you not only need to type in a password, but also type in one of the rolling codes from a code generator app like Authy. There are several of them out there, but I especially like Authy because it allows you to back up all your code tokens encrypted, so if you lose your phone or you get a new one, you don't have to set up everything all over again. And code generator apps are much better than text message codes because you don't have to worry about cell phone reception, and plus they're safe even if someone were to compromise your cell phone account to receive your text messages. It has happened. With this, as long as they don't have access to your physical phone, they can't access your accounts. So it's super important if you're not already using two-factor authentication, get this. And finally, number 10. Well, actually I do have some honorable mentions after this, so it's not really the end yet. Anyway, number 10 is Cam Scanner. Very useful app for when you need to scan or take a picture of a document, but you don't have to go through the hassle of scanning it on your computer. With this app, you just take a picture of the document through the app and it will automatically resize, crop, and fix the perspective of the picture so it looks pretty similar to as if you actually used a real scanner. And on black and white images, it will actually remove the background too, so it makes it look pretty good. One obvious use of this is saving pictures of receipts, whether you're just keeping track of expenses or just to have them in general. It's pretty cool. All right, so now on to a few honorable mentions. First up is Wi-Fi Analyzer. This one, not many of you will need, but I know that there are those of you out there who will. Now this one basically looks at all the different Wi-Fi signal bands around you and can tell you not only which access points have the strongest signal, but also which individual channels are least congested in the Wi-Fi. So if you're setting up your router, you can use this to choose the best Wi-Fi channel. Another app is Google Duo, which is kind of like Android's answer to FaceTime. If any of your contacts have this app, you can just call them up and do a video chat, and it's cross-platform too, not just for Android, it's also on iOS. The only problem is that it doesn't come preloaded with any phones yet, as far as I'm aware, so you'll have to go and tell your friends to download it before you can use it. And the final honorable mention is called Rocker Locker, a very simple utility with one purpose. It changes the volume buttons, so instead of controlling the ring volume by default, they control the media volume on the phone. The reason I like this app because I always keep my phone on vibrate pretty much all the time and rarely ever change it. So before, if I wanted to change the volume of everything else on my phone, I would have to press the volume key, click the drop down, and then change the volume. But now, when I press the volume key, it changes the media volume directly, so I don't have to click the drop down or anything like that. And in the rare case that I do want to change the ringer volume, I can just use that drop down for that. Very useful, to say the least, saves me a lot of time. So that's it, those are a bunch of cool free Android apps I hope you guys will enjoy. If you want to keep watching, I'll put some other videos I made right here. You can click on those even if you're on a phone. Also, if you want to subscribe, I make new videos 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And as usual, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.